Oh, it's Tuesday morning. At least it's about 0 outside. It's still plenty cold. But I let this sit overnight, and sometimes sitting helps a lot. I tried before, in just a few taps, I got it moving this much, and it's pivoting on there. So I want to just keep going back and forth until I get it loosened up, that this plate will come off of that shaft. And I'm also, I don't think there's a burr on the end of the shaft, but I don't want to take a chance. It's barely sticking out, but I'm working around it with a file. To make sure there isn't any place where it was mushroomed over on the edge a little bit. As I said yesterday, patience, patience, patience. I don't always have patience, but most of the time I try to. Most of the time, though, lack of patience, doing this stuff, lack of patience, in the long run turns out to be more work and more money. So now I'm just going to keep working it back and forth. As you can see, it's really starting to move now. It's even wiggling back and forth there. So I just gotta be patient and keep at it. Boy, now you can see as I twist it and lift, it's starting to come off. Sometimes, when it comes to patience, sometimes this is the point when a person messes up because he gets too excited. Boy, it looks like it's coming. And there it is. You got one off. Boy, that's making me happy. See? Now you can see the butterfly in there, which flips. Right now it's set to make the airflow up this one, and then it would come back down this one. Of course, it would have bypassed a lot anyway because it's rusted off there. And then when you return it, then the air would flow in from the air cleaner and right straight to the carburetor. I don't know if you can see it now, but there, look at that. So there's the butterfly. I got to get it loose in here yet, and then I'll repair or make a new butterfly for there. But it keeps looking better. This is another thing I'm going to say I didn't realize, or I sure wasn't expecting to be able to get it apart that easily. Here's the instructions for it. Hot air and cold weather for starting in an extreme rear position for cold air and hot weather. Use intermediate positions as required for best results. So this is going good. I think I may take this outside and put a little heat on here. I've put heat to these studs twice so far, and they haven't broke loose. So I'm going to put heat to them again, and while they're hot, I'm going to pound on top of them with this brass drift, and hopefully that'll help to break them loose. Now I'm going to apply some heat to the ends of the throttle rod, and I'm going to put a little heat to the heat riser here. I think that's all the heat I want to give. that's enough heat for now. We'll let them cool. Now I'm going to double nut them and try it again. There, it turned just a little bit. I'm not going to turn it anymore right now. I let it soak overnight. When the one over here was tight the other day, I was afraid it was starting to gall. I let it soak overnight, and then it came out pretty good, but it had galled a little bit, so I want that to cool off before I try turning it so I don't gall the threads. But it turned. Now we'll try the other one. Let's see if this one will turn. Well, that one still isn't turning. Oh, that one's still being stubborn. I think we're gonna let them cool overnight. Try to get this one out, which turned. Tomorrow, heat that one again. I mean, if worse comes to worse, I can get new studs. But I'd rather get these out and reuse them if I can. Okay, here I am. I heated that. I mean, I got that glowing red. And look, I actually turned it out with my fingers. I don't necessarily have to get that adjuster to turn in there. But at least I got that rod off, so this thing is easier to handle. Well, I sprayed this with a little penetrating oil before. See if we have any luck with it coming loose. It's moving a little. Yeah, it's without a doubt moving. See there, there's a gap. Now I closed it up. It's actually starting to move quite a bit. I'm going to go back and forth a couple more times and then let it soak. Oh boy, now I can actually move it some by hand. I'm getting it almost halfway already. Almost all the way. Alright, completely back and forth all the way. So I have my heat riser free. There. I could put it back together and it'd work. Now, I got the wire out of the end, and I had heated this red. I know I could just get a new end like this, but I was trying to make everything work if I can. All right, it turns. And look at that. Out the adjuster comes. I don't know if the threads are going to be good enough in that thing to use it. and that come apart. Well, that doesn't surprise me too much there. I don't think the threads are very good in there at all. But we'll see. I'm just going to let it in there for now. As I say, I can always buy a new one if I want to. But it might work. I'm really happy with the progress I'm making here. Got the heat riser loosened up. Got the carburetor part. Got one more stud out of the cylinder head stud out. So I think I'm going to wrap it up right now for today.